Through the first 81 games of the 2021 season, Ronald Acuna Jr. was riding high. He was incredible, having the best year of his career until that happened, knocking Acuna out for the rest of the season. The Braves ended up doing just fine without him, going on to win the World Series, their first since the 90s, and Acuna was on his way back for 2022, making his return in late April and overall putting up pretty good numbers. But at the same time, these numbers were nowhere near what he was prior to the injury in Miami. The Braves would get knocked out in the first round of the postseason by the eventual pennant-winning Phillies, putting their 101 wins to waste and being forced to move on to 2023. Now, should it be a little worrisome that the first year Acuna comes back from a serious injury, he wasn't the same player? Considering his OPS was down, his power was down. I mean, yeah, not necessarily what you want to see out of your supposed young superstar. If you're part of the 70% of viewers not subscribed, come aboard and make sure to hit that button if you enjoy the content, and join the wonderful subscribers of the channel, as Acuna has put any doubt to rest in 2023. Because not only has he gone out and is putting up better numbers than last year, not only is he putting up the best numbers of his career, but he is having the best year so far in the entire National League and is a top 2 player right now in the game. So he may have had a little bit of a rough time in his first swing at things back from tearing his ACL, but that could not be less relevant at this point in time. The Braves lineup as a whole is stacked. It's just unfair. There are so many guys who deserve recognition in this monster offense, and they will get that recognition in a broader look at the team eventually. But for now, I gotta discuss what Ronald Acuna Jr. alone is doing. Acuna is putting up monster numbers so far this year. But not only is he just doing really well, he's doing historically well and doing things nobody has ever done before. He's the most complete hitting player in the game right now. Yes, Shohei Ohtani hits and pitches, but beside him, when talking about just position players, Acuna does it all. You want someone who hits for a good batting average? Acuna does that. You want someone who also gets on base at an elite rate? Acuna does that. You want someone who hits for power? Acuna does that. Oh, and while you're at it, would you like someone who also steals the most bases in baseball? Because Acuna does that too. Oh yeah, and just one more thing, just a little throw-in. Acuna has a ridiculous arm as an outfielder and can throw 104 miles an hour accurately to home plate. This all seems like a joke, but it's not at all. This man he does it all. When Acuna first came up in 2018, he had a lot of high expectations, and he's lived up to them even before 2023. In his very first season, he was already hitting iconic home runs for the Braves, like when he hit that grand slam in the playoffs as the crowd went wild. With all that said, you could have argued heading into 2023 that we hadn't truly seen what Ronald Acuna Jr. was fully capable of doing in a full season played, and this year is showing that. It's really been a breakout season for him. The Braves have played 83 games up until this point in this season at the time of me recording this video, and Acuna has played in all 83, every single game. He has the most plate appearances in the National League, has scored the most runs in baseball, leads the National League in slugging percentage, OPS, OPS+, total bases, and stolen bases. Acuna is hitting over 330 with an OPS over 1,000, has connected for 21 home runs with 39 stolen bases, which is where we get to some of the things Acuna is doing that nobody else has done. Ronald Acuna Jr. is the first player with 20 home runs and 35 stolen bases through his team's first 81 games of the season since 1900. Nobody who saw that happen last time it happened exists anymore. That's how long it's been. This man is breaking baseball and making it look very easy in the process. I mean, whether you're facing him as a pitcher, trying to throw him out as a catcher, or running on his arm as a base runner, it's just stuff out of nightmares. For a recent example, Eury Perez, the 20-year-old Marlins rookie, has been otherworldly to kick off his big league career. Otherworldly, and just recently got a start against the Braves in Atlanta. Heading into that start, Perez had thrown 21 scoreless innings. 21 scoreless innings leading into his start against the Braves. So Acuna walks up to the plate to begin the day for the Braves offense against the electric Eury Perez in the bottom of the first inning, and on the third pitch Perez throws to start his entire day, Acuna wallops it out to left field for a leadoff home run. Just like that. The scoreless streak is done. Oh, and he'd also steal 2 bases the next day. Ronald Acuna Jr. is unreal.